Hi, I'm Mike Proulx from Hill Holliday, and we are at the headquarters of FutureM at Hill Holliday's Boston office. I am here with Michael Hendrix, who is the location director for IDEO. Thanks for joining us, Michael.
Thank you.
Just have a few questions for you, starting with just telling us a little bit about IDEO and how you work with clients.
We're a global design consultancy. We've been around for about 20 years. We do a number of different kinds of design. We work in a lot of different fields.
Have you seen in recent years the role of the designer changing or evolving, or has it remained consistent? I know you're speaking on a panel later tonight about this topic. What's your perspective on it?
Yeah, I think the role of designer has changed a lot, and I think mainly because of technology. With the proliferation of technology, we have new kinds of experiences that we need to design, and that's required new specialization for designers for the profession. And then I think the result of that has actually been higher collaboration between different disciplines of design to tackle bigger problems. And you may have heard of the phrase "wicked problems," social problems that are so complex that they almost seem unsolvable. But I think design has a great role to play in those kinds of problems, and we're seeing more interest from NGOs, from governments, and from businesses to help tackle those kinds of problems, because they're all something we're facing, whether it's climate change or urbanization or poverty. All of that is actually something design can affect.
Michael, you mentioned problem solving with regards to design. In the world of product design, Apple is often mentioned for the work that they do, and I've heard a few times, and I'm paraphrasing, that when they do product design and release products to market, they're solving for problems that people don't necessarily know that they had. Do you have a perspective on that in terms of building things that we hope will sweep the world versus taking more of a user-centric needs or requirements-based approach?
Human-centered design, as I would call it, as you described, can be the kind of need finding that does sweep the world, so to speak. So, IDEO definitely has a point of view on that. We have our roots in human-centered design and design thinking. We believe that the needs of a consumer need to be uncovered in order to know what to design. And I think certainly design can become art, and design can be an expression of what you do. But I don't believe its roots are in that. I believe we really are starting to identify needs. We're arranging elements, to quote Charles Eames, we're arranging elements really for purpose. And I think when you do find those needs, it's no surprise that thousands or millions of people get excited about it, because a true need has been met. Now, you may not learn that need by just asking people what they want, and that's one thing we've learned over time, is that what people say they want isn't necessarily what they need, or even what they really want. And it's not that people are trying to be ornery or deceitful. It's just that we as humans don't necessarily express our needs verbally. Lots of times there are deep emotional needs that are felt, that aren't expressed, and we use a lot of different tools to help uncover those things so we can design the best outcomes.
FutureM is all about celebrating innovation in marketing specifically, but I'm curious about what your definition is of innovation.
Well, I think innovation is not necessarily invention. So invention, what I would define invention as making something new that's never been made before. But innovation can happen on a much simpler scale. I think invention's pretty hard. I mean, think about the world we live in and how many things are actually invented on a daily basis. But innovation is really looking at something that's been successful in one industry or type of business and thinking about how you might apply it to a different kind of business. And when you do that, we lots of times we talk about analogs at IDEO. So we're looking for an analogous situation in which we think we might be able to apply what we've learned in food and beverage, for example, and think about how it might apply to healthcare. And that's where the innovation actually happens, is being able to apply something you've learned in one area of life or business to another area of life.
Michael, thanks for talking with me. I've been speaking with Michael Hendrix of IDEO on behalf of FutureM and Hill Holliday. I'm Mike Proulx.